So this match was to qualify for the S-Class League. So the way it works, I guess, is the bottom player in the S-Class League has to play against the top player from the A-Class League, and then the winner takes the last spot in the S-Class League, and the loser drops to A-Class. So this match was between Kumachom and Hisachuu. Hisachuu's on the right. Kumachom tends to send a lot of early 2-chains and things like that, sometimes strange early attacks. Hisachuu generally builds simple forms and repetitive forms that are easy to understand, and he generally just goes for large chains. So we'll have to see how the Battle of Styles plays out. Hisachuu gets the first point. I wanted to do something special with this video where I have an eye tracker so you can see where I'm looking on the screen, and sometimes I'll use my mouse to try pointing things out. I just wanted to see if I like this style, if it's interesting to watch, things like that. So Hishachu's sending a big 2 double. Kumachom's going to counter with the 3 double. And Hisachuu gets a little bit of garbage. Hisachuu doesn't have much space to work with. Kumachom's got his main chain connected. Hisachu's got his main chain connected and is sending it right now. Kumachom's also sending his main chain, so it's going to be a main chain battle. And Kumachom's tail is going to disappear at the same time, and then the purples are going to clear. Hisachuu had a 10 chain, and Kumachom had a 9 chain, but Kumachom's was actually a lot stronger, and Kumachom gets the win to tie it at 1. Kumachom's looking at a potential 2 double if he can get a red. Hisachu's building a left side transition. Kumachom's sending a 2 chain, and Hisachu's going to receive the garbage. And no follow-up from Kumachom, but Hisachu is sending a 2 chain of his own, and Kumachom now makes a 2 double to counter. Hisachu can't draw blue in time. He's going to have to use the yellow stick on the right side or start his main chain on the left with the blue. Now a 2 chain from Hisachu and a single. Kumachom makes a 3 chain, I think. There is a red in the ghost row. And Hisachu is in trouble. Not much he can do. Kumachom sends a follow-up 3 chain. Hisachu can't get to anything in time, and Kumachom gets the win. It's now 2-1. Hisachu's building stairs. Kumachom's building an attack. Doesn't send it yet. Now he sends a 3 double, actually. Hisachu can't get through his transition, and he doesn't end up making a chain. He might have been able to make something on the right side, but he didn't go for that route. Kumachom's again building a potential attack. He needs greens to start it. Hisachu has his transition complete, so Kumachom might not send it. Kumachom still has an attack on top, though. He has a 2 double with the purples. And he has a 2 chain with the reds, and he's sending that. Hisachu's going into 5 chain, the red cut, so it's not his main chain. Kumachom sees this, but he's missing a purple, so his chain's not going to go all the way either. And Hisachu had the stronger chain, and he gets the win. And it's now 3-2. Kumachom's not building an aggressive form this time, but he makes a 4 chain all clear. Hisachu needs a green, and no, he finds a different starter, but this isn't going to be strong enough. It's a 3 chain, and Kumachom has the all clear bonus, and Kumachom's going to get the win. 4-2 now. This form doesn't really look that aggressive from Kumachom. He can make a 2 chain, but that's about it. Hisachu could make something on the tail, and he makes a big single. Kumachom gets more than 2 lines of garbage just from that, but he's able to dig with a 2 chain. Hisachuu kind of gets covered and it looks tough to extend. Kumachom sends a 3 chain. Hisachuu had a 3 chain going, but it's a smaller 3 chain. And Hisachuu is pretty close to his main chain. He needs a couple greens. And he's going to go for it. And he places the last green, and this is going to be his main chain. It's about 8 or 9 maybe. Kumachom needs a green and a blue, and then a starter. He gets those. He needs a blue and a green now. And he can't get all the colors in place in time. 4-3 is the score now. Kumachom isn't actually looking to attack this time. They have pretty similar forms in the opening. 2 chain from Kumachom. No counter from Hisachuu. He's just going to take the garbage for now. He doesn't have much he can do on his field yet, but now he's making a 2 chain. Kumachom's going to receive the garbage and clear a single. He's got his main chain connected on the greens, and he's just going to send it. It's probably about 9. And Hisachuu can extend and win, and it looks like he's going to be able to do it. The garbage will clear and the yellows will connect at the end. And a lot of extra matches occur, and Hisachuu gets the power he needs to win. And now we're tied at 4. Kumachom's looking at an aggressive opening, and he sends a 2 double. Hisachuu doesn't have it. He has a counter if he can get to the reds, so he's going to try to use the greens to clear the reds, but he may not want to send his main chain just yet. He decides to do it. Kumachom has a blue starter, but he might try to extend a little bit. No, he didn't need to extend because Hisachuu's chain was just ending, and Kumachom has the counter. And I don't think this is going to be enough from Hisachuu. It's kind of close, but it's not enough. And Kumachom gets the win. For now, it looks like the early attacks have been mostly paying off for Kumachom. He could possibly be going for another one. But the colors don't quite come for it, and he's not going for one. Well, big single from Kumachom, it kind of messes up Hisachuu's nice form. And he's probably going to have to do some digging. He's kind of setting up a 2 chain, but Kumachom's attacking with his main chain first. Hisachuu finds a way to connect the reds, but they actually cut, so now it's all disappearing at the same time, and it's not as powerful as it would have been. And Kumachom got the win. Good read there to see that Hisachuu wasn't able to make a really big chain in that situation. Potential 2 double setup if Kumachom can get a red-yellow. He still has it on the reds and he sends it, and Hisachuu's transition is on the right side actually, and he's got a 5 double. And Kumachom can't counter that, and Hisachuu gets a win. Kumachom doesn't go aggressive. Maybe he's looking for an all clear, but he's not going to get it this time. Kumachom does have a 2 double now though, and he sends that. Hisachuu needs a red and a purple if he wanted to send the biggest chain he could, or just a red for a counter. Right now he needs to connect the purples somehow. Kumachom's sending his main chain. Maybe he sees the problem with the purples on Hisachuu's side, and it looks tough for Hisachuu. Oh, he finds a way to get the purple to fall down and connect, but is the chain going to be strong enough? It may not be strong enough anyway, and the yellow was missing, so Kumachom's going to get the win. Another good read from Kumachom to see that he could win just by sending his main chain. Hisachuu almost found a way to recover, but it wasn't quite enough. Hisachuu might be going aggressive now with the 2-double on the yellow. And he's got the piece stuck, so he has to send it. And he does, but Kumachom's got a 5-chain counter. Hisachuu, I don't know if he can build a chain in time. And he's not going to get it. But it looked like he had a 5-chain with the yellows. Maybe I was missing something, but he didn't think he had a counter, I guess. Similar openings from both players, but it's changing now. And Kumachom's getting a 4-chain all clear. Hisachuu just needs a red for a 5-chain. Hisachuu is going to have the counter, and Kumachom might be at a disadvantage. It's a lot of garbage. And the purples get covered too. He's going to need a blue or purple. Gets both of them. But Hisachuu has a 4-chain to counter the bonus. Kumachom gets good colors to set off a 3-chain though. And now we might have a match. Hisachuu doesn't have much available, and Kumachom's sending a 2-double. Hisachuu can't find anything, and Kumachom's going to win this one. A little bit of good luck with the colors for Kumachom, but Hisachuu just wasn't able to finish Kumachom off. 2-double from Kumachom, but he covers the purples. Single from both players. Kumachom has the 2-double set up on the red, and he's going to send it. Hisachuu needs a red starter, and he gets it just in time. It looked very close, but he barely got it. But his chain isn't going to connect on the tail, and Kumachom sees this and sends a bigger chain. And Kumachom is going to get the correct read and counter and win. 10-5 now. Kumachom setting up a 2-double 3-chain all clear, and he sends that. Hisachuu gets the colors he needs, but unfortunately he has a yellow-blue. He needed a blue, but since it was attached to the yellow, it ended up breaking a lot of his chain, and he couldn't send the chain he wanted to, and now he's going to lose. In Japanese, they call it the devil's piece, or a devil's 1/8 piece, because you get the color you need to start, but it's attached to a color that causes your chain to break if you place it, so it doesn't work anyway. Right side transition from both players. Kumachom's not going into his transition just yet, and Hisachu's going to send a big 2-chain. Kumachom's going to counter with a 3-chain. It's a really big 3-chain, and Hisachu has to send his main chain. Kumachom is going to have trouble extending on the transition, so he's going to have to extend on the tail as much as he can. He gets in what he can, and the reds are going to disappear at the end with the purples. And it's going to be powerful enough, and he gets the win. Good job taking the win in the extend and win situation for Kumachom. It's going to be an all-clear match this time. And they're both building on the right side. Hisachu just clears the bonus immediately. Kumachom builds up tall, and now Hisachu does the same, waiting for Kumachom to clear the bonus, which he does now. Hisachu digs with a 2-chain. Kumachom's got a 3-chain on the greens. He makes it a 2-double with the exact piece. Hisachu can't counter, and he didn't receive the garbage very well. There's nothing he can do unless he gets double yellows and something else. And even though he got the double yellows, he still didn't have anything there. It's now 13-5. They've been placing their opening pieces pretty similarly, but then their form changes a lot as it goes on. 2-triple from Kumachom. Hisachu receives it, but it's not easy for him to dig here. Oh, he's found a way if he can just get 2 blues. And he's going to get another blue. Kumachom's going to need a big chain. Hisachu hasn't set it off yet. Now he finally sets off. There's no green, though, in the first column, so it doesn't go all the way down. It is a 6-chain. Kumachom's going to try and counter it. This is pretty close. Oh, the blues at the end make it even more powerful. And Kumachom's going to win by quite a bit. Hisachu makes a 4-chain follow-up, but it's not going to be enough. Kumachom also had a 2 triple waiting after. 14-5 now. Kumachom's got a 2 double on the red, and he sends it. Hisachuu doesn't have his transition in place. He could make a chain. Oh, he's just gonna fill up. I think he might have had a chance to make a chain, but he probably still would have been at a disadvantage. Hisachoo's building unusually this time. Kumachom's building really tall on the left side. It would be a big multi-attack if he sent it. Hisachuu sends a small 2 chain and Kumachom receives the garbage. Kumachom's probably going to start his main chain on the blue, and he does. Hisachuu, I don't know what chain he was going for originally, but Kumachom's chain was really fast, and Hisachuu didn't have a chance to set off a chain. So Kumachom is now up by 11, and this is a first to 30 this time. All clear match. Kumachom builds on the left this time. Hisachuu doesn't clear the bonus fast this time. And Kumachom clears the bonus first. Unfortunately for Hisachuu, he built in the middle, and he wasn't able to counter the bonus, and that caused him to fill up from the garbage. So it's now 17-5. Kumachom setting up a 2 double on the yellows, and he doesn't send it. Hisachuu's got his chain pretty connected. Neither player really seems to be looking to attack right now. Oh, this is a 3 chain from Kumachom. Hisachuu's in a tough spot, but he manages to draw the greens he needs just in time, so he's able to set off a chain. Kumachom can still win by extending, and there's not much space to extend though. He's got a yellow starter, and he's probably going to have to just go with that. And it's unfortunately a devil's piece, and he can't connect the yellows without clearing the blues as well. And Hisachuu finally gets a point. It's now 17-6. Kumachom's not building aggressively this time at the start. Well, he could make a 2 chain with the purples, but he's not going to do that. Kumachom might send a 3 chain, and he does. Hisachuu's going to counter with the 3 double 4 chain. And Kumachom can't counter that, and Hisachuu gets a win with the counter. Kumachom might be going back to an aggressive opening. A blue and a red would make a 2 double, but he doesn't go for it. He's now going for a 2 double on top with the blue, though, and he sends that one. Hisachuu gets a purple starter. Kumachom's transition looks so tough. He's going to need a green and triple blues. Oh, what, those double blues? He needs a purple starter. and he's going to send it. I don't know if it's going to be enough anyway, but there might be a chance. It's actually going to be enough with the greens connecting. It was pretty lucky there for Kumachom to be able to get those triple blues in place. He needed an exact, green, blue, and then double blue, and he got it. He did have quite a bit of time, though, so he would have had time to draw for it. Hisachuu's just making a big chain, and now he's setting up something on the right side, but Kumachom's sending a big 2 double. Hisachuu's not going to get the blue for a counter, and Kumachom's going to follow up and win. Score is now 19-7. Hisachuu's just building his stairs. Kumachom's not building an attack this time, but he clears a single. And Hisachuu's stairs look a bit tough, but when he clears the garbage, the purples will clear. He's actually going to clear the garbage with the 2 chain. and then fix his chain. Kumachom's just going to send his chain. I don't know if that's going to work out. It might have been a misdrop or a misread. Or maybe Hisachuu doesn't have the counter there. We'll have to see. And the tell is just good enough. A lot of multi-matches, but it gets the power it needs. And Hisachuu does get the win. It was a bit early for Kumachom to send his main chain there, so maybe it was a misdrop, or maybe misread something on Hisachuu's form. Hisachuu catches Kumachom catches Hisachuu going into his transition, but Hisachuu can start his main chain with the yellows. And instead he's going to make a 2-chain. Kumachom's going to counter with his main chain. That might be too early. If Hisachuu can just set off his chain, and he does. It looks like Hisachuu is missing a yellow. And so Kumachom is going to get the win. Unless, yeah, it's not enough. It turns out Hisachuu didn't really have much of a tell, and he couldn't really use the Puyo on the right side, so Kumachom was able to win just by sending a big chain quickly. 2-double from Kumachom. Hisachuu's form isn't quite ready yet. He receives the garbage, and now he can dig with yellows. Kumachom's just making stairs of his own, though. Hisachuu's sending a 2-chain. This is a good play, and Kumachom has to receive the garbage. Now he has less space to work with. Hisachuu setting up a follow-up 2-double with the green. Sends that. Kumachom has to send his main chain. Hisachuu has time to extend. He's going to have to extend on the top, though, probably. He thinks he's got enough already. And he doesn't. It's very close. He doesn't quite have enough. He doesn't get that much garbage, but because he wasn't able to counter, Kumachom has the advantage. But Kumachom didn't set off a big chain, so Hisachuu might have time to recover and build a big chain of his own. Kumachom's going to counter the single with a 2-chain. Hisachuu makes another single, and Kumachom makes a big 2-double. Hisachuu's going to counter that, though, with a 6-chain. Kumachom isn't going to be able to counter it, and Hisachuu does recover and win. And doesn't look like Kumachom's attacking this time. Hisachuu's got a bit of a tough form with the purples in the middle, and Kumachom sending a 2-triple. Hisachuu can't do anything, and he just fills up from that. Score is now 21-9. Looks like Hisachuu's building his transition on the right side now. A lot of times I've been expecting him to build on the left side, and he doesn't put it. Kumachom's building a 2-double. He's got it waiting, but he's not sending it. He sends a small 2-chain first to see what happens. Hisachuu's going to counter that with a 4-chain, and Kumachom plays his 2-double. It's going to be pretty even. Kumachom gets a line of garbage. Hisachuu's got an attack of his own, and he sends a big single. Kumachom sends a small single. Hisachuu makes a 3-chain, and Kumachom sends his main chain. Hisachuu has a lot of time to extend, and he's got a nice form to work with, so all he has to do is start his chain, and he's going to do it. Should be easily enough power from Hisachuu to win this one. It's an 8-double and then a 9-chain. And Kumachom would need a huge second chain to counter that. So Hisachuu's starting to win a few. It's now 21-10. It's a bit late though because it's only a first to 30. So Kumachom only needs 9 points to win. Hisachuu still needs 20. Kumachom has a 3-chain set up on the blue and he sends it. Hisachuu's probably going to have to start with the greens, but he doesn't draw a green, but he's built tall on the right side to dig with a 2-chain. Hisachuu doesn't have much left though. Kumachom's setting up a 2-chain, and he sends that. Hisachuu tries to get the purples in, but he can't in time, so he's going to have to send his main chain a bit short. And the reds aren't going to connect. Kumachom's main chain is going. And the tail doesn't quite connect. Kumachom just need like one more chain link in there, but the tail just didn't work properly. So it's another win for hisachuu, and he still has a lot of work to do to catch up, but he's at least starting to get closer. Hisachuu building a right side transition, and Kumachom's setting up an attack on the left side while making right side GTR. Hisachuu setting up a defense. Hisachuu sends a 3 chain. Kumachom counters with a small 2 chain, but Hisachu's chain was a 3 double with a lot of power, and Hisachuu gets another win. So he may be able to make the comeback if he can keep this up. It's now 21-12. Kumachom might need to go back to attacking at the start. Hisachu's got his form set up, but he doesn't have much to attack or defend with yet. He's now got a 2 chain, and he's going to send it. Kumachom's going to counter with a 3 double though. Hisachu's forced to send his main chain, and it's about 9. Kumachom can extend and win, and he's probably going to be able to do it. He's trying to get his tail in. He's got a purple starter, and he draws it. And Kumachom should have enough here. Hisachuu is probably going to need a second chain. Oh no, it's very close, but Kumachom did have enough actually. And Hisachuu did need a second chain, and he didn't get one off. Because it was pretty close, Hisachuu actually could have won if he got a good second chain off, but he wasn't able to do it. Left side transition this time from Hisachuu. Kumachom sets up a 2 double. Hisachuu draws his starter. He's just going to send his main chain, and it's like 8. Kumachom needs some colors. He needs to extend. He needs some purples. And he doesn't get a purple on the tail, but he starts his chain anyway. But that means it's probably going to be a bit short. And it's just not enough. He needed a purple in the tail as well, but he thought he wasn't going to draw it, so he tried sending his chain without it, but it ended up not being strong enough. And Hisachuu really is on a streak. It's 22-13 now. And Kumachom's listening to my advice and setting up an offensive form, but he doesn't send anything from it yet. Hisachu's got a left side stairs, but it looks like the yellows are tough to connect. I think those will connect at the top though. Kumachom attacked with a single and now a 3 chain, and Hisachuu makes a 2 chain, but he can't make anything else. And he's digging, and he can't start his chain. Kumachom's follow-up attack was just fast enough, and Hisachuu couldn't draw all the colors he needed to start his chain. Potential aggressive start here from Kumachom, and he sends a quick 2 chain. And now an all clear. The all clear bonus is going to help him out a lot because Hisachuu has a 4 chain. Kumachom's going to receive the garbage and send the bonus after. The blues get covered, so it'll take a bit more time, but he draws a lot of reds. Hisachu's built tall on the right. Kumachom's got 3 chain on the purples, but Hisachuu has a bigger chain than that. Kumachom adds in 1 more link to make a 4 chain, so he doesn't lose. He's still at a pretty big disadvantage, I'd say. Hisachuu sending a 2 chain. Kumachom can't draw enough greens. But Kumachom's not filled up yet. Hisachu's following up, and Kumachom finds a way to make a 4 double. Hisachuu actually made the wrong play. It was tough to see, but Kumachom had a 4 double there, and Hisachuu attacked with a small attack and got punished for it. Hisachuu hasn't filled up yet himself, though. Kumachom's going to counter the 3 chain with the bigger 3 chain. And Hisachuu still hasn't quite filled up, but this big chain from Kumachom should end it. There's nothing that Hisachuu can do to get enough Poyo that it can connect. And Kumachom gets the win in the end. 24-13 now. Quick 2 chain from Kumachom. Hisachu's set up pretty tall on the left side. If he can connect the yellows, he can make a 5-chain with the purples added in. Kumachom's just building a big chain of his own. Hisachuu sends a single, and now a 3-chain. Kumachom's not going to have anything to counter the 3-chain, so he's going to have to dig. He's got a big single, and it sends about 2 lines. Hisachuu's not in the best shape either. Kumachom's following up with a 2-chain. Oh, unfortunately, Hisachuu gets garbage in the 4th column. He got 1 line and 1 extra, and the 1 extra fell in the 4th column, stopping him from doing what he was about to do. But he hasn't filled up, and now he's able to send his main chain. Kumachom's going to have to play a bigger main chain, and they're both going. And Kumachom doesn't have much of a tell. It's going to be close. It's very close. It's almost even. And Hisachuu is now sending a 3-chain, but Kumachom's got a nice counter set up on the yellows, and he's going to send it immediately. It's going to be about a 5-chain. It's a 4 double 5-chain. And Hisachuu doesn't have a follow-up chain, and Kumachom does get the win. That 3-chain from Hisachuu might have played into Kumachom's counter setup, because Kumachom was able to reach the starter using the garbage, and then send the 5-chain and win. They've both got left side transitions this time. Hisachuu's got a nice form. He's got a 2-chain on the right side if he wants it. Kumachom's got a 2-chain as well, connects more. And now he sends a 3-chain. Hisachuu's sending a 4-chain though. Good read from Hisachuu to send the right amount. Kumachom's forced to send his main chain short. And Hisachuu just needs a starter. And he's got his starter, and Hisachuu should win this round. Kumachom's going to need a really big chain here if he wants to counter, but he's not going to be able to do it. He does have a counter purple starter, but it was pretty close actually, but it wasn't going to be enough. It was actually a pretty good chain there, but it just wasn't going to be strong enough. Nice stairs from Hisachuu. And nice messy chain from Kumachom. It's really showing off the difference in their styles, I'd say. 3-chain from Hisachuu to dig. Kumachom needs something. He's got a starter. It's not that strong of a chain though, because it's a messy chain. It's a 5 triple, but Hisachuu had his nice stairs, and the nice chain is going to win out in this round. Score is now 25-15. Hisachuu still has a lot of work to do if he wants to make a comeback. It's going to be an all-clear start this time. No one's cleared the bonus yet. Kumachom may be looking for a follow-up all-clear, and he's going to get it if he didn't get any garbage, and he didn't. And the follow-up all-clear is probably going to win it, but Hisachuu can make a chain with the purples, and he does that. And it's a 3 double, and he gets no garbage, but Kumachom gets no garbage either. Kumachom's had time to place pieces down, but it looks like they're tough to use. He's got a red starter, and he draws it, and everything's going to blow up at the same time, and then it's going to become a 4 double. And it's just too fast for Hisachuu to draw the purple he needs. And turns out it worked in Kumachom's favor that everything blew up at the same time, because Hisachuu had a bigger chain there. He just didn't draw the starter in time. Kumachom's again looking for an all-clear, I think, but he can't quite get it. Hisachuu's got his nice chain set up. 2-chain from Kumachom and countered by a single. Now follow-up 2-chain. These attacks are pretty weak though, and using a lot of Puyo on Kumachom's side. Hisachuu's got a 2 double on the blue. Sends it as a 2-chain. Kumachom's going to receive the garbage, and he's got a green starter for his main chain. Hisachuu's sending a 4-chain or a 3 double, and Kumachom's not able to get the green starter, but he starts his chain with a different color, but it's only a 5-chain. Hisachuu draws the color he needs to start his main chain just in time, and this should be the win. Kumachom's chain wasn't that strong, and Hisachuu has a reasonably strong chain there. Kumachom's got a second chain though, It's 6 double and it's not quite enough. It was pretty close, but just not close enough. Hisachuu still hasn't won yet, but when he starts the chain with the reds, it's going to be more than Kumachom can counter. So it's 26 to 16. Hisachuu has been keeping it pretty even recently, but he started out with such a big deficit that he hasn't been able to recover from that. Kumachom seemed to really be looking for an all clear, but he couldn't get it. And Kumachom's got a 3-chain setup. Makes it 3 double, and he sends it. Hisachuu sees this and sends his main chain, but the tell breaks a little bit. It looks... Oh no, it's actually not connected. And it ends up causing Kumachom to fill up. Maybe Kumachom thought it was Hisachu's main chain as well. Oh, Kumachom's really looking for an all clear, but he can't quite get it, I think. I'm not sure. It seems like he's trying to go for an all clear, and then it just doesn't quite come. I believe he put a purple in the ghost row on the right, so his main chain is connected. Hisachuu sending a lot of small attacks, and now he's got a green starter for his main chain. Doesn't want to send it just yet. He's going to try to get one more link in, maybe. Or force Kumachom to play first. No, now he's going to send his main chain. Kumachom needs a purple and a red. and he can't find a purple red, so he has to start it with just a red. Hisachuu had an 11 chain. Kumachom did have a purple in the ghost row, so his chain does connect, but I'm not sure if it's going to be strong enough. It's a big multi-match, and it's going to become an 11 chain, and it is strong enough. Hisachuu actually has a really nice second chain, though, and the second chain is going to win him the round. So it's 26 to 18 now. Hisachuu really is bringing it back, but it might just be too little too late. Kumachom only needs 4 points to win the match. Hisachu's got his stairs going. Kumachom's got his messy chain going. And he sends a 2-chain on the tell. Hisachuu just has his main chain connected, but now he finds a way to make a 2-chain. Kumachom's going to receive the garbage, and the yellow doesn't get covered, but that would be his main chain. So he's going to send a 3-chain instead. It's going to get countered by a 2 double 3-chain. And Kumachom's in trouble. He's only got a 2-chain on the blues. He's going to try to extend, and he makes a 4-chain. Hisachu's going to go into his main chain, though. It's probably going to be like 9. The blues at the end are going to connect. And Kumachom's chain is very tough to read, and he can't get it off. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It's now 26 to 19. It's still a 7-point lead for Kumachom. Kumachom might be doing stairs. No. He's doing a right side transition. Hisachu's doing left side stairs. Kumachom setting up a 4-chain on the yellows, but I don't think he's going to send that. Hisachu's got a 3-chain on the yellows, and he sends it. Kumachom does send a chain on the left side. It's become a 4-chain now. Hisachuu makes a follow-up 2-chain, but I don't think that was what he wanted to do. He's now in a bit of trouble. He can dig, but he can't really do much. He's got 2-chain, and Kumachom counters with a small 2-chain, so Hisachu's recovered now. Big 2-chain from Kumachom, though. Hisachu's forced to send his main chain, and Kumachom can extend freely for a while. He decides he's got enough already. Hisachuu had a 9-chain. Kumachom's got a big multi-9 chain. And then a 10-chain. And it's going to be more than enough. And Kumachom is now 3 points away from winning the match. It's 27 to 19. All clear start this time. Kumachom's building on the left again, and Hisachu's building on the right and the middle. A bit of a risk to build in the middle. Hisachu's going to have to clear something when Kumachom clears the bonus because he's placing pieces in the middle. He does make a 4 chain, but Kumachom is countering this. He's got a good counter, and Kumachom is going to get the win. Hisachu's strategy for the all clear just didn't work out this time. Oh, it's not over yet, actually. But Kumachom still has a huge advantage. With approvals, he can send a 4 chain, and he does that. Hisachuu needs to find a 4 chain or larger, and he can't do it. Hisachuu cleared the bonus and then tried to send a big chain, but Kumachom had a counter set up and the bonus left over, so he had a lot more power. Kumachom setting up a big 2 chain and he's going to send it. Hisachuu needs a purple starter. He doesn't get it, and the blues get covered as well, but he gets green blues to dig. He can now start his main chain with a purple. He needs a couple more purples to reach it. Kumachom does get a bit of garbage, and his form isn't that good yet. Big 2 double from Hisachuu might take it. Kumachom's in trouble, but he clears a lot of it with a big single. And now Hisachuu gets filled up by a single piece of garbage. A bit of bad luck there for Hisachuu, but he was in a tough spot anyway. Kumachom setting up aggressively. It's going to be a 3 chain all clear. This might be it. Oh, Hisachuu finds a 5 chain. It's not over yet. Kumachom is probably at a huge disadvantage. Oh, he does have reds available, so he can make a chain. And he's going to try to make a bigger chain. Hisachu's got a 4 chain, but the reds don't connect. And now Kumachom's sending a 4 chain, and Hisachū's the one in trouble. He clears all the garbage, but now he gets a lot more. And Kumachom's probably going to win, and yep, that's the end of the match. Kumachom wins 30-19. In the end, it was an 11-point victory by Kumachom.